Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Monday, March 15th, Lily's competition, Chloe suspicious, Nikki's law. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, March 15th reveal that Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, will continue revealing her feelings. It seems that Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, may have competition. Meanwhile, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, lays down the law while Chloe Mitchell, Elizabeth Hendrickson, become suspicious. Want more of The Young and the Restless? Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Billy Abbott's love triangle. YNR spoilers reveal that on Friday's episode, Victoria caught Billy off guard by confessing how she really felt. The conversation is going to continue on Monday, March 15th. Victoria has never been afraid to go after what she wants. Even though she risks getting rejected by Billy, she may continue going after her ex. However, Lily seems like she is pretty happy with Billy right now. She won't want to risk losing him, so the two women could continue to feel tension. Meanwhile, Billy will have to decide what he wants for his romantic future. Based on the body language and facial expressions we've seen from Billy lately, it seems that Lily could win this war. General Hospital early week spoilers. December 8th to 12th, Jason's next mission and Sunny's Sidwell answer. What is this? YNR spoilers, Nikki Newman's warning. On Monday, March 15th, Nikki will give Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, a stern warning. She tells Adam that she will never trust him. She doesn't want any more drama like there's been in the past. However, Adam will likely try to reassure Nikki that he has no plans on betraying Victor Newman, Eric Braden. However, will she believe him or not? The Young and the Restless spoilers. Friday, March 12th, Devon and Elena struggle, Abby plans, Billy stunned. View story. What is this? Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Chloe Mitchell suspicious. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, March 15th reveal that Chloe will become suspicious. She's doing a lot to help Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan. As fans know, Chelsea is keeping her recovery a secret from Adam. She is determined to make him suffer and even fantasizes about it. She nearly had a close call last week. Well, it seems that she will be sending mixed messages, and it makes Chloe wonder if she should even continue helping her friend. Chelsea said that Adam was the only person she wanted to pay, but Chloe won't be so sure that's entirely true. What is this? YNR spoilers, Ray Rosales' mystery illness. On Monday, March 15th, we will see what happens to Ray Rosales, Jordi Vilasuso. On Friday's episode, he collapsed. He has not been feeling that great, including having a fever and feeling dizzy. However, it's much more than the flu he's dealing with. Sharon Rosales, Sharon Case, will be forced to call an ambulance. What will the doctors at the hospital diagnose him with, and how will it affect the rest of his life? We will have to keep watching the CBS soap to see how this storyline, as well as the others, play out. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with YNR News right now. Come back often for The Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Monday, March 15th brings a high-stakes episode that quietly reshapes the power balance in Genoa City as Lily Winters finds herself facing unexpected competition, Chloe Mitchell's instincts go into overdrive, and Nikki Newman steps into a legal role that could change everything for the Newman family and beyond. Monday's episode isn't about explosions or public meltdowns, but about the kind of subtle moves that end up defining entire story arcs, with each character sensing that something bigger is unfolding just beneath the surface. Lily Winters walks into the day confident, focused, and determined, but that confidence is tested when she realizes she's no longer the only one with a vision for the future. Whether it's at Chancellor Winters or within a connected business venture, Lily senses competition that isn't loud or obvious, but strategic and calculated. This isn't about someone openly challenging her authority, it's about someone positioning themselves quietly, making moves behind the scenes, and slowly building influence. Lily's strength has always been her ability to see the big picture, but on Monday she starts to wonder if she's underestimated how ambitious others around her truly are. There's a moment where Lily pauses, realizing that success has made her a target, and that realization forces her to reassess who she can trust. Her competitive side kicks in, not out of ego, but out of a need to protect what she's worked so hard to build. This sets Lily on a path where she's no longer just leading, but defending her territory, and that shift could make her more ruthless than viewers are used to seeing. Meanwhile, Chloe Mitchell proves once again that she's far more perceptive than people give her credit for. Chloe's suspicion doesn't come from gossip or second-hand information, it comes from behavior that doesn't add up. A look held too long, a story that changes just slightly, or a reaction that feels rehearsed is enough to put Chloe on alert. On Monday, she starts connecting dots that others are ignoring, and while she may not have proof yet, her gut tells her that someone close is hiding something important. Chloe has always had a sharp emotional radar, and this time it leads her into dangerous territory. The more she observes, the more convinced she becomes that the truth, whatever it is, could hurt someone she cares about. Her challenge is deciding whether to speak up now and risk being dismissed, or stay quiet until she has undeniable evidence. That internal struggle adds tension to every scene she's in, because viewers can see that Chloe is standing at the edge of a revelation that could blow up relationships if handled the wrong way. Nikki Newman's storyline takes a powerful turn as she becomes entangled in a legal situation. That goes far beyond paperwork and technicalities. Nikki's laurelated role isn't just symbolic, please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Puts her in a position where her decisions carry real consequences. Whether she's advising, advocating, or stepping in to protect her family's interests, Nikki approaches the situation with the wisdom of someone who has seen every kind of betrayal and triumph Genoa City has to offer. This isn't about Nikki playing lawyer, it's about Nikki understanding how rules, contracts, and legal leverage can be used as weapons or shields. She's fully aware that one misstep could give an enemy exactly what they need, and that awareness makes her cautious but firm. There's an intensity to Nikki's scenes as she balances emotion with logic, especially when family loyalty threatens to cloud her judgment. Monday shows Nikki at her most formidable, not because she's loud or aggressive, but because she knows exactly when to stand her ground and when to let others underestimate her. As these three storylines unfold, subtle connections begin to emerge. Lily's competition may not be as isolated as she thinks, Chloe's suspicions may intersect with a much larger secret, and Nikki's legal involvement could end up affecting multiple players across Genoa City. The episode plants seeds rather than delivering immediate payoffs, but those seeds are planted with precision. Conversations feel layered, glances feel loaded with meaning, and silences speak just as loudly as words. Each character senses that change is coming, even if they can't yet define what that change will look like. Lily's storyline in particular hints at a longer arc where ambition and trust collide. Her willingness to confront competition head-on could earn her respect, but it could also isolate her if she pushes too hard. There's a sense that Lily is learning the cost of leadership, realizing that success doesn't just bring admiration, it brings challengers who are willing to wait patiently for her to slip. Chloe's journey, on the other hand, reminds viewers that intuition can be just as powerful as evidence. Her suspicion may make her unpopular in the short term, but it could ultimately position her as the one person brave enough to say what everyone else is afraid to acknowledge. Nikki's legal turn reinforces her role as the quiet backbone of the Newman family, proving once again that her strength doesn't fade with time, it evolves. By the end of Monday's episode, nothing is fully resolved, but everything feels different. Lily is no longer operating under the illusion that she's unchallenged, Chloe can't shake the feeling that she's standing on the edge of a major discovery, and Nikki has stepped into a role that could redefine how others see her power. The Young and the Restless Spoilers Monday, March 15th delivers an episode that rewards close attention, reminding viewers that in Genoa City, the most dangerous moves are often the ones made in silence. The young and the restless spoilers. Billy Abbott's love triangle explodes into focus as Billy finds himself once again trapped between passion, history, and the consequences of his own impulsive heart. Genoa City has seen Billy in countless romantic entanglements over the years, but this triangle feels different, heavier, and far more dangerous because it forces him to confront not just who he loves, but who he is becoming. What starts as emotional confusion quickly turns into a ticking time bomb that threatens to upend multiple lives at once. Billy's struggle begins with the familiar pull of a past connection that never fully faded. There's comfort in shared memories, unfinished conversations, and the sense that this person knows Billy in a way no one else ever quite has. Being around her brings out his softer side, the part of him that believes redemption is possible and that love can still be simple if he just chooses it. Yet that same history is also filled with scars, betrayals, and moments when they brought out the worst in each other. Every meaningful look and quiet conversation reminds Billy why he fell so hard in the first place, but also why walking away was once necessary. At the same time, Billy is drawn to a second woman who represents something entirely different. This relationship is fueled by intensity, ambition, and a shared hunger for something more. She challenges Billy, pushes him to think bigger, and refuses to let him hide behind old excuses. With her, Billy feels alive, energized, and dangerously confident. But this connection is volatile, built on emotional sparks that could either ignite something powerful or burn everything to the ground. She doesn't just want Billy's affection, she wants his full commitment, and she's growing tired of living in the shadow of his unresolved past. Caught between these two women, Billy's internal conflict deepens. He tells himself he's trying to figure out what's best, but in truth, he's stalling, afraid of making the wrong choice and losing everything. His indecision begins to take a toll, not only on his romantic relationships but on his sense of self. Billy has always struggled with impulsiveness, and this triangle tempts him to fall back into old patterns of secrecy and emotional avoidance. The more he tries to keep the peace, the more obvious it becomes that someone is going to get hurt. The tension escalates as both women begin to sense that Billy isn't being fully honest. Subtle changes in his behavior, missed calls, and carefully chosen words raise red flags. One woman leans into patience, believing that love means giving Billy the space to find clarity. The other grows increasingly suspicious and frustrated, unwilling to wait indefinitely for him to choose. This contrast only intensifies Billy's turmoil, forcing him to face the reality that love isn't just about feelings, it's about actions. Outside influences also complicate the situation. Friends and family notice the strain and offer advice that only adds to the pressure. Some urge Billy to follow his heart, while others warn him that repeating past mistakes could cost him everything he's worked to rebuild. The Abbott name carries expectations, and Billy feels the weight of disappointing those who believe he's finally on the right path. Each conversation chips away at his confidence, making the decision feel even more impossible. As the triangle tightens, secrets begin to surface. A private moment is overheard, a text message is seen at the wrong time, or a confession slips out unexpectedly. These moments act like cracks in a dam, threatening to unleash emotions that have been carefully contained. Trust becomes fragile, and once it starts to break, it's nearly impossible to repair. Billy's attempt to juggle both relationships reaches a breaking point, and the fallout is inevitable. What makes this storyline especially compelling is how it mirrors Billy's ongoing battle between growth and self-destruction. Choosing one woman means choosing a version of himself. One path offers familiarity and emotional safety, but risks pulling him back into old habits. The other promises excitement and forward momentum, but demands accountability and emotional maturity. Billy must decide whether he's ready to truly change or if he'll once again sabotage his own happiness. The young and the restless spoilers. Billy Abbott's love triangle is not just about romance, it's about consequences. No matter which choice Billy makes, the ripple effects will be felt across Genoa City. Hearts.